Good morning, one and all. A warm welcome to one and all. I welcome you all for the webinar on artificial intelligence in drug discovery and healthcare system, organized by RBVRR Women's College of Pharmacy, Barkatpura, Hyderabad. Today, I take privilege to welcome you all, and I request Dr. J. Archana Madam to chair today's session. I invite you, ma'am.
A very good
Oh,
morning, dear participants. I, Dr. J. Archana, Associate Professor, Department of Pharmacology, RBVRR Women's College of Pharmacy. Welcome to the second day session on the role of artificial intelligence in the healthcare system. The COVID 19 pandemic put forth the importance of artificial intelligence and its related areas in the healthcare system. Before COVID 19 struck, we did not understand the importance of these areas except in diagnostics. And AI is already powering change in the pandemic's wave. It's only beginning, and in future, AI will take our global healthcare system to the next level. Artificial intelligence aims to mimic human cognitive function. The analysis, interpretation, and comprehension of complicated medical and healthcare data can become simple by artificial intelligence. Today, we are fortunate enough to have Dr. Sudeep Bhattacharya, Assistant Professor, Department of Community Medicine, Himalayan Institute of Medical Sciences, Dehradun, who can share his expert opinion in this field. It's my privilege to introduce Dr. Sudeep Bhattacharya, a renowned academician and researcher in the field of community medicine. Sir has done his MBBS from Burdwan Medical College, West Bengal. He completed his MD in 2015 from Department of Community Medicine, School of Public Health, Postgraduate Institute of Medical Education and Research, that is PGIMER, Chandigarh. He worked as senior resident in PGIMER, Chandigarh from 2015 to 2018. From 2018 onwards, he has been working as assistant professor in Himalayan Institute of Medical Sciences, Swami Rama Himalayan University, Dehradun, Uttarakhand. He has 64 refereed research papers, 5 conference papers, 2 books, and 1 book chapter to his credit. He has received Ford Foundation Research Grant as Principal Investigator and PGIMER Intramural Grant as Co-Investigator in the year 2017. He is actively involved in designing and conducting several surveys in public health domain. Few of them are Health Facility Review of Punjab, Malnutrition and Cancer Survey with the team of University of Utah, USA, in villages of Punjab, and so on. His research studies include mortality meetings in Haryana, verbal autopsy and coding, investigation of dengue outbreak and measles outbreak in certain areas of Chandigarh. His research explored new ideas for reducing morbidity and mortality. He is actively involved in organizing, managing various training programs, field monitoring, and supervision of National Health Mission driven programs. He organized several health awareness camps on cancer, drug de-addiction, etc. He also organized capacity building program for healthcare managers on procurement at MHA Department PGIMER Chandigarh. He organized continuing medical education in artificial intelligence in Himalayan Medical Institute of Medical Sciences, Dehradun. With this brief introduction, I would like to invite Dr. Sudeep Bhattacharya to this webinar session. Welcome,
Thank you,
sir.
ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. You have told you have speak many more than I am, I think. So,
Thanks.
so I am just a novice. I am learning basically. I am a public health specialist or family physician by profession, and I have strong interest in technologies which improves the common public, the life of a common public. So I have also joined to an organization which is a AI-based company in Chandigarh, that is Geo Innovation, and I am presently holding a position of State Secretary, that is AFPI, Academy of Family Physicians of India. So this is my brief introduction. Now I am starting, if you, with your permission.
Yes, sir. You can proceed, sir. Proceed. You
Okay.
can proceed with the presentation.
So, so I have to share this option. Just a minute. So this is it is sharing, ma'am. Hello, 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 hello. Is it audible, ma'am? Hello. So today my topic is role of artificial intelligence in healthcare system. So already ma'am has given my introduction, so I don't waste the time. So I am thankful to patron Professor K. Muthayam Reddy, Honorable Secretary and Correspondent of RBVRR Women's College of Pharmacy, Professor M. Sumakant, Principal of Women's College of Pharmacy, Dr. A. Krishna Saileja, Associate Professor and HOD, Department of Pharmaceutics, and Dr. K. Bhavyasri, Associate Professor and HOD, Department of Pharmaceutical Analysis. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. So before I proceed, I want to share my disclaimer, because in this presentation I will mention some company name of some companies and some brands, and there are no conflict of interest, and I have not received any funding from them. And next is, though I am holding multiple position national level, so the opinion expressed in this PPT is that solely of mine and does not reflect the official position of any other affiliated institution or agency affiliated in the past or present. So my scheme of presentation or content of presentation contents are basically, I will describe first that what is the problem. Next, use of AI, artificial intelligence technology in other sectors. Next, AI in healthcare. Later, I will discuss some advantages. I will discuss some disadvantages. I will discuss more debatable and ethical issues. And lastly, the way forward. So, what is special in healthcare and AI? What is special? So, we have some problem in healthcare. Basically, we can acknowledge and we can show that there is a problem. There is a problem of mismatch. There is a mismatch between demand and supply. So, we lack of availability of adequate number of healthcare workers. We have inadequate doctors, paramedics, nurses, pharmacists, and additionally, the problem is further aggravated by the maldistribution of these healthcare workers across the country. And nearly 69% of India's population resides in its villages, and only 26% of its doctors serve in the rural population. From statistics, it is shown that in India, more than 833 million people are dependent on 44,000 doctors, which is very less. So naturally, if there is a problem in demand and supply, then the consequences will be bad or consequences will be poor. And as a human being, as a common people, we have to suffer. So what is happening? Our out-of-pocket expenditure on health is increasing day by day, which is out of our control, which in turn impoverishes 3.3% of India's population per year. It means due to out-of-pocket expenditure, 3.3% of Indian every year going to the downwards to the poverty line. The issue of quality of care is also equally important, because in this picture we are showing a OPD counter, basically registration counter, and you are at the 8 a.m. You can see the queues in that center for OPD checkup. So if a doctor sees a patient, this much of patient, say 3 hours, 300 or 400 patients, so merely he can give time 30 to 40 seconds or 2 to 3 minutes. so quality is compromised. So it is a double burden for common public in India, and it is a threat to the health of the population as well as its economic well-being. So we are becoming poor, as well as we are getting less quality treatment due to this problem. Now we have to think about solution. What is the solution? Or you all already seen the movie, that is Life of a Pie, and our situation is like that. As a doctor, as a pharmacist, as a nurse, as an administrator, as a politician, our healthcare spending is very much less than it is expected or that is required, and our demand is very high. So much population, so many diverse disease, and recently pandemic or COVID pandemic has emerged as a biggest threat of this mankind. So where to go? We cannot plunge into the sea, and in the boat there is a tiger. So every problem has a solution if we think positively with positive attitude. So in this case scenario, I have given two pictures. So we have two options. Either in healthcare spending, we have to increase the healthcare spending in form of money, materials, and manpower. So already we are spending near about 1% of GDP in health. So it is a very difficult choice for the policymakers because competing interests are there. Other sectors, just like defense, there is a rising tension. Recently, from newspaper, there is a rising tension in our borders. That's why we have to strengthen our defense system also. And next, we are dealing with this pandemic also. So what is the solution? The solution is there. First solution, it is increase in healthcare spending. And next is use of technology. It is a much better option, I think, because every sector is using this technology in a skilled manner or in a phased manner. So in this picture, the second picture, it is a basically Sophia. You all know it is an artificial intelligent robot which can have some human emotions, and she have excellent capabilities of human being. So before going to the healthcare sectors, I want to say that use of technology is not new, and it is using in different sectors from long time. As an example, if I go from Dehradun to Hyderabad, or if I go to from Dehradun to Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir, I will I will take my screen touch mobile. I will go to the app, that is Make My Trip, and I will put my ID, that is my email ID or my mobile number for booking a flight ticket. And automatically, once I purchase the ticket or once I scroll down the ticket, the similar tickets will come from other website also. So this is one of the example of machine learning. That is, machine is learning, and machine is showing what you want. So in aviation industry, you just on the day of the booking or time of the boarding, or even you just came away from the airport, you got to booking a Ola or Uber. Everyone know that you are coming from that to that area, this to that area, and they are showing all the amenities or facilities they can provide. So this is the beauty of the AI technology. Next is in railway also. When you purchase a IRCTC ticket, same things happen. It will show you the multiple numbers of train at the same time, multiple options, multiple classes, and they will also additionally show you the hotels and other facilities nearby in your destination city. And another thing is that in banking also technology is used, especially AI technology, machine learning, and computers from decades. So again, when you just want a debit card or credit card, you just put a query to the website and give your mobile number, and automatically the customer care calls you and they follow you the process and they give you a credit card. So use of technology in different sectors are already using, and also in healthcare we are using the technology in different format. So now we are telling that is the era of fourth industrial revolution. So that it is called era of artificial intelligence. As a doctor, as a physician, I don't know the heavy things and heavy hi-fi words about AI and hi-fi things, but I will share my experience and my knowledge, what we are seeing, why what we are practicing, and what we are expecting in the future from AI, and what are the concerns we have to keep in our mind. So, in a simple term, AI means inherited intelligence of a computer machine. So how it inherited the intelligence of a computer machine? Anyone can ask me. So it is inherited from us. We use computers. We input the data. We input our various emotions in a form of emojis and something like that. And computer learns by repeated use of end users. So this is a basically non-human intelligence with accuracy. The scientists found that accuracy is 90 to 96% accuracy and reliability. So here you can see that these are the artificially intelligent devices, and some of us are using, some of us are know about this. So just like you can see now the smart TV came, which is connected with Wi-Fi and AI enabled. So just merely if you speak for any channel, any movie or any movie song, after speaking it will display or it play songs for you. Amazon has already manufactured a AI based speaker called Alexa. You already know there are many variants of that. Alexa is doing the same thing. It is not just like a speaker, it is an artificially intelligent speaker having multiple abilities. Alexa can speak about your weather forecasting. Alexa can tell you the news. She can play the songs. Next is your home theater system. Now it is also AI enabled. Even your bulbs, AI enabled bulbs are also coming, which is compatible with Alexa. Your air conditioner, now also it is also AI enabled, and all are connected by Wi-Fi. Even if you want a hot coffee, just say that, yeah, I want a hot coffee. The coffee maker machine can prepare for you. So we are already using artificial intelligent devices in our home also. Now, artificial intelligence in healthcare. I have not written many things in the slides, but I will tell you what are the pictures says basically. The first picture is about radio diagnosis. So the use of AI in radio diagnosis or radio imaging is very much important, because in a remote village or in a district hospital, a doctor is not able to understand the X-ray, or in district hospital or in a medical college, a doctor is not understand, it is not understandable for him any CT scan or MRI. He has a doubt. So the use of modern technology, AI based technology, these images can be further reconstructed, further simplified, or further magnified by AI technology, and it can be forwarded to the super specialty hospitals, so that other doctors can also comment on this, the possible diagnosis. So these are the uses of AI technology. Next is I am showing a doctor is looking of checking the eyes of a patient. So nowadays the manual machines are getting obsolete day by day thanks to the AI technology. So in ophthalmology also, in for eye checkup also, we are using AI enabled machines. Next picture is showing a portable ECG which is AI enabled and connected to the medical college. So this portable AI ECG machine, you do the ECG in a remote village, and you just connect with internet, and you can send this ECG to the tertiary care center or higher hospitals, and they will give you possible diagnosis. So now you can see now the problem of maldistribution of healthcare workers is just becoming the problem of maldistribution is now fading step by step. Recently, I have shown a picture of that is a chatbot basically. In Fortis Chennai, they are using this chatbot for COVID infection, for prevention of COVID infection, because by this chatbot can sense your body temperature. He can ask question, or if you can give inputs, according to this he will make some diagnosis. He or she, I don't know the gender of this chatbot. So it can make a provisional diagnosis, and it can give a sleep, and with this sleep the patient can go to the various department. So initial interaction of in the OPD reception or other healthcare workers is avoided. So minimal chances of infection are there. So you are using AI-based smart healthcare chatbots in some hospitals in India to prevent or reduce the transmission of COVID infection. So these are the excellent or some few examples of AI in healthcare. Next is machine learning cancer likelihood. So actually, some problem is that in some medical colleges, we have one Tesla. I am giving a just example. In some medical colleges, they have low-powered CT scan or MRI. I am using these some late languages because some of my students are not understand what are the Tesla, what are these units are there. So low-powered MRI or CT scan gives poorer image, not good quality or best quality image. But when there is a diagnostic dilemma, especially just like cancer cases, because the diagnosis is very much important for cancer cases, for cancer images. If you diagnose earlier stage, or falsely you can diagnose the later stage, then the treatment protocol will be completely changed, and it will harm the patients also. Next slide. This is a picture of mammogram. So with the use of artificial intelligence technologies, now we can predict the breast cancer detection rates 5 years earlier. So in India, there is a popular company that's in Niramai, that is non-invasive breast risk reduction using artificial intelligence. They uses thermolytic technology. Thermolytic technology uses the body heat and cool part and hot spot. They identify the hot spot in the breasts, and they can predict the tumor probability within 5 years. And it is a no-touch technique. Patient enters in the room, images are taken, and patient exit from the another portion of the room, and these images can superimposed, can be transferred anywhere in the world, and this machine can diagnose or predict the breast cancer earlier than human. Next picture I am showing, AI technology is used in diagnosis of glaucoma. So according to my engineer friends, they are telling me the technology they are using is heraldic features. I don't know what is the heraldic features, but they are using the AI to measure the optic nerve pressure or intraocular pressure. So by using this, we can also predict the progression of the glaucoma, or the treatment, what are the prognosis, what are the treatment possibilities of a person having glaucoma. So AI technology is randomly or mostly used in cities for diagnosing premature glaucoma. In foreign countries also, here in the next picture, it is showing that a dermatologist is looking a patient's having skin cancer. So with this camera, they are taking the images of the skin, which can differentiate normal cells as well as abnormal cells or cancer cells, and it can give clear picture of the diagnosis or prognosis. So now at that moment, I think the role of diagnosis and prognosis is more important by uses of AI technology. And it is, we are in the phase in India, we are in the phase for we are using AI for diagnosis and prognosis only, though it has a treatment options. So as you people are from pharmacology and you are invited me, so I want to share a slide about how artificial intelligence used in pharmacovigilance. So number one, it can improve drug safety and reduce the risk by predicting the occurrence of any untoward or adverse event, or it can detect the signal, it can detect the signals. You know already from pharmacology, you know what is a signal detection. So you can detect signals. Next, it can monitor drug manufacturing processes in real time. So another, we can use AI in pharmacovigilance, and we also can determine the drug efficiency. So with the invention of AI we are using in pharmacovigilance extensively, and pharma company, you know already they have enough money, they can use maximum technology without any money constraint. Just like healthcare system, we are actually money constrained. So we have to make a very stringent or judicial choice because we have competing priorities. In pharma sector, the story is little bit different. And now we are running for a corona vaccine basically. Again, in this corona vaccine also, AI is used in every step. The step is drug discovery, that is preclinical, clinical 1, clinical 2, clinical 3, and FDA review. And in this picture, it is showing that it takes long times. Although we are decreasing or jumping the steps, some unnecessary steps, because we have to save the human lives from COVID infection. And the prediction of each results we are using AI technology. How we are using, that is target identification. We are using AI technology so that it can identify the targets faster rate than human brain. Next is screening. So virtual high throughput screening based on known structures and predefined prediction models regarding the interaction of the involved substances, and high hit to lead conversion in silico modeling of the impact of the all involved targets and surrounding cells. We are using this technology to accelerate the vaccine discovery. And another thing, in pharma companies as a whole, they are having an inbuilt AI system or embedded AI system which can interact with patients directly, which can interact with the drug maker directly, which can interact with the CRO laboratory, which can interact with the researchers, physicians, and radiologists. So the whole, it is showing that AI is playing a core role in the drug discovery or drug manufacturing processes to reduce the time, to reduce the chances of error, and to minimize the bias or minimize the human incompetency or human drawbacks. So what is artificial intelligence versus human intelligence? So in a nutshell, in a very simple way, I have illustrated human versus AI. So artificial intelligence, it is created by human intelligence and which processes information very fast. It is already highly objective, it is more accurate, it uses 2 watts of energy, cannot adapt to changes well, it cannot multitask that well. Most importantly, they have below average social skills. still working towards self-awareness, and it has a it has a tendency for optimization. So we know what is human intelligence already. It is created by God. It is called divine intelligence. Processes information is slower because it cannot compare with computer devices or GBs or TBs. It may be subjective, may be less accurate. It uses higher energy. Exactly, they are using words, but I don't have any energy idea about this slide. Can easily adapt to changes. It can easily multitask. We already know that. We have excellent social skill. We have emotional skill. We have emotional component. We have sympathy. We have empathy. We have self awareness, and innovation component is also there. So this is the basic difference between artificial intelligence versus human intelligence. Next, this is AI enabled robots, doctors. So what is that? This is a new concept, AI enabled doctors. The doctors which is using multiple form of AI technology, we can call in a simple word AI enabled doctors. So what are the advantages or possibilities in future? AI can analyze and predict human behaviors. It may replace human drivers, bankers, and lawyers. So there is a problem of or possibility of a job loss. It works on pattern recognition very fast and accurate. So this is a new term I think for my students also. What is pattern recognition? So when you go to the flower market or when you go to the garden, you see that you can tell or you can pick the flower. You can call that it is a rose flower, it is a sunflower. So how you can understand that it is a rose or it is a sunflower? You are looking at a pattern for that. A sunflower have a specific pattern, a rose has a different pattern, a lotus have a different pattern. So the pattern you recognize and it processes in your brain, and brain tells you that this is the flower. So the speed is very fast and accurate in cases of AI. So we doctors, we don't have magical powers. We identify the learned pattern event or pattern behavior in our medical schools in our early days. From first year, second year, third year, we used to learn the patterns, various events, and we try to interpret the things. And this is how we make diagnosis. This is how we make prognosis. This is how we make give them treatment to the patients. So we are not gods or we don't have any magical powers. So we try to avoid wrong things which may be wrong during the investigations, diagnosis, treatment, or a wrong surgery. So basically, we want to prevent the wrong things. And the objective of AI is also doing the same. Humans are also trying to avoid the wrong things. AI can optimize our thinking or optimize our working culture or working procedure so that less wrong things can happen and many patients can saved. So what are the next possibilities? In our brain, biochemical algorithms of human brain are absolutely not perfect. According to the scientist, our neuronal biochemical algorithms are basically degenerated, short, outdated, and adapted one. In a simple thing, in a similar example I am giving, the circuit, you have found electrical circuit. So two types of circuits are there. Some modern circuit you can see, some backdated circuit you can see. So you can just imagine in our brain the electrical circuits are there. They are basically degenerated, not good one. They are very short, they are very outdated or backdated, and it is adapted one. This is the reasons very familiar surgeons and very renowned clinicians sometimes make foolish mistakes in their lifetime and give heavy compensation on that. And we have many examples for this. Next is AI-enabled doctor may not only be able to hack humans, but also It can outperform humans in their uniquely human skills. It may also have competitive advantage over unique non-human abilities. So another thing is there. Sometimes we think it is a good. Sometimes we are threatened by AI. So we have to remember that human AI can outperform humans in some skills also. So what is the greatest advantage of AI? Easy and quick connectivity and updatability. So in the above picture, it is showing brain fibers. So we have also nodes, we have also connections. AI also have the same similar things. They have also connections, they have also nodes. And next, you commonly entered in your laptop when you open, and you are in a hurry to doing an important job. If your computer shows working on updates 11% complete, don't turn off your computer. This is the most boring thing when we do any things or important things in a very fast manner. So this is the advantage of AI regarding quick connectivity and quick updatability. So how we are updating ourselves as a doctors, as a pharmacist, as a nurses? Just I am doing the same thing. I am doing a webinar. I am performing a webinar or speaking in a webinar to update you or improve your knowledge a little bit in my limited capability. So we use CME, continuing medical education. We use news bulletin. We use newsletter, research paper, and SOPs. So everything has a challenge, and we have to accept the challenge in our life. So challenges in updatability, it is a very lengthy process. It is a time-consuming exercise. It is very difficult, not impossible. It is very difficult in real time, and especially difficult in humanitarian crises like pandemics. It is costly also because you are give training to a doctors or healthcare workers. It will cost huge amount of money because you have to do multiple things, and it charges a lot of that. And it is also costly to change in the SOPs. So there are challenges are there, but there's advantages. Just say we are going through or we are rushing through a vaccine for corona. So I have given the similar example that you so that we can correlate with these things. So if a WHO identify a new infection, say corona, and if a laboratory produces new drugs, for God's sake, we are expecting as soon as possible, say Covaxin, the same information can be shared or updated among 10 billion AI-enabled doctors within a fraction of a second. This is the advantage of AI, or AI-enabled doctors or AI-enabled technologies. AI-enabled doctors or AI-enabled technologies can also communicate each other with their feedback on the new infections. This is the beauty of this technology. So for this slide, you just read AI-enabled doctors or AI-enabled technologies. So this quick connectivity, quick updatability about corona is the need of the hour, and it can be done only using AI technologies. So there are also advantages, not only disadvantages. Advantages are also there in AI in healthcare. So in this picture, you can see there are various nodes and they are connected with these networks. So when we run many alternative algorithms on the same network, the patient in the remote village can access hundreds of AI-enabled health facilities whose relative performance is constantly monitored and compared. I will explain this slide. For say in a primary healthcare center, a doctor is doing diagnosis or treating patients after uh, 10 miles apart or 10 miles away. Another doctor in the PHC is doing the same thing, and they are also doing, first say they are screening corona patients, and he's also he's doing the screening of corona patients. But sometimes there may be a confusion, so they can interact with telephones. But same thing is happen if a doctor in a PHC looking a corona patient in Africa and in an unknown area, and the patient who is working in a remote village of India. So if they are connected with AI-enabled devices, so they quickly can transfer their information, data, doubt, and they can clarify the doubt. And with this technology, all the AI-enabled devices or AI-enabled doctors can be monitored in a single dashboard, and their performance can be compared. Whether how much false positive is there, how much false negative is there, which doctor or which area have given much, have diagnosed accurately or not. So it is the beauty of the AI technology. The problem also there. Some people can argue that a doctor have emotions, he have personal choices, personal decisions to treat a patient. If a appendicitis patients come or a pain in the right side of the abdomen, it is a clinical judgment purely or individual judgment whether he go for the surgery or not. So some people might argue that by switching AI-enabled doctors, we may lose the advantages of individual clinical judgment or creativity. But nothing to be feared. AI-enabled doctor can maximize the advantages of the connectivity without the losing the benefits of individuality. This is the hallmark of AI. So maximum connectivity or without losing the benefits of individuality. So in this case, mistake of one doctor can do harm to another patient. If the doctor is using AI technology devices, it can it cannot do harm to the multiple patients. Second opinion, yes, using AI technology, we have always chance or option for a second opinion. So we can take a second opinion by sitting in a Dehradun. We can take a second opinion from Canada, from USA, from Africa, from Greece. So definitely it has a pros, some cons. As per my knowledge, the future paybacks for the human civilization are likely to be huge. AI-enabled doctors or healthcare could provide far better and cheaper healthcare for billions of underserved people of India. And thanks for the machine learning and biometric sensors, it will give the same treatment to all. So in this picture, again, we can think that AI can control us. AI can force us to take wrong decisions. Just we have watched regarding the some cinemas that some robots gone mad. Some they go out of control and they are endangering human species. So we have some concerns about AI. Some is emotional concern, economical concern, technology adaptation or behavioral concern. We have also legal concern and ethical concern. So emotional component. Now it is a very difficult to comment upon the complete replacement of human emotions. It is really difficult. We cannot say many things about this, or we cannot assure about these things. But the technology is improving on that way. However, missing of human touch may pose a problem because ultimately, at the end of the day, human interacts with the human, not machine interacts with the human. It is the important thing. Human interacts with the human, and it is non-replaceable. In my opinion, you cannot replace human emotions with machines. Sympathy, though they are telling that AI can bring these human components also day after day, they are improving their algorithms, they are improving their machine learning skills, they are hijacking human emotions. Although these are the futuristic thing. In the present scenario, the examples of sympathy in this picture you are seeing that this is a probably a cancer patient, cancer child, and the nurse is looking after him or her. So it cannot be replaced by any machines. Nurses require good psychomotor and emotional skills to give a painful injections to the newborn. Just imagine, a newborn has come to the our earth, and you have to give an injection. You have to give vaccines. So you need emotional skills. Nurses need emotional skills. They are also sympathetic during replacing a bandage to the injured. If you visit any hospital, any orthopedic ward or any emergency ward, you can see the bandage or plaster removal of by a healthcare worker or nurses. It needs sympathy. You cannot go and just cut the bandage. Okay, you have to interact as a human. So these are the examples of sympathy, few examples, and it cannot be replaced by machine. Economical, yes, I am actually giving every example to correlate with these new things. We are moving towards 5G. We are using now 4G, we are moving towards 5G. So initial huge monetary investment requires. I'm giving the example of Geo. They are investing huge amount of money and they are collaborating with Google also. It is common for any technology, for mobile technology, for television technology, for smart TV technology, for any electronics devices, for automotive technology, automation. So it is difficult when spending on health is small. When you introduce a new technology, it requires a huge amount of money for initial investment. But already we are resource constrained. Only 1% is allotted for our spending on health. So it is very difficult to sustain or to introduce the new technology. After some time, the cost decreases and users are increased. As an example, I am giving my example. I have taken 10 years back, 10, 12 years back, first BSNL phone, SIM card, mobile phone. So on that time, the initial investment, we have to pay for incoming calls also. You have to pay the outgoing calls also. After few decades or after few years, Geo company came. Previously, I spent 500 rupees or 600 rupees for 1 GB data. After the technology advances, after the decades or after a few decades, now we are getting 50 GB, nearly 50 GB, only same 500 rupees. So initial it is reflects the initial investment is high. Later it will decrease as the user will increase. Similar thing will occur in AI technology also. So initial you have to invest huge amount. So now is our behavior. Similar example I am giving just for AI technology. For mobile technology, when screen touch mobile came, at first for any behavior change, only 2.5% started thinking about this. Next, 13.5, they are called innovators. When there is when they can learn or any hard any new things, they they are interested for change. They are innovators. Next is early adopters, that is 13.5%. After innovators, some people will again determine for change. Next 34% will change or change their mind to adopt a behavior. And next is late majority and last 16% are laggards. They use the technology or they change their behavior at the last. They are laggards. So how we decide that we have to change our behavior, or how we have to why we have to change our behavior, or why we use AI or any new technology? We are looking few things. Once we look for relative advantage, whether the new technology, AI technology is advantage, it has advantage or not, or relative advantage to the existing technology or not. The AI technology is compatible or not, whether the AI technology is complex or not, whether it can be trialable or not, and the changes are observable or not. If five things happens or these doubts are cleared in our mind, we then adopt any technology or any behavior. So similar model is called technology acceptance model. We also, there are external variables. We judge perceived usefulness, we judge perceived ease of use. We next, our attitude towards using has changed. With the help of external variables, behavior intention, our intention changes or we intend differently and we use actually. So for behavior change, the model is called diffusion of innovation theory. For adoption any technology, This is called technology acceptance model. Similar thing is happen, or can be similar thing can be seen in AI technology also. Unless and until we perceive the usefulness and perceive the use of use, nothing will happen. This is a TM curve. I'm just skipping this. So he is Stuart Russell, the father of AI revolution. So according to him, if we are developing machines to act with some autonomy, then we had better be quite sure that the purpose put into the machine is the purpose which we really desire. So according to him, it should fulfill our desire, any technology. So, but what is responsibility? It is very difficult to define responsibility and more difficult to practice it in a responsible manner, or accept the responsibility and perform the responsibility or accountability. So defining is responsibility is challenging as well as exhausting task. So some legal question will come because the new technology has pros, already I have discussed. This technology has cons also. So our moot questions are: who is responsible and what is legal personhood? As an example, what is the real meaning of responsibility? We have to question ourselves also. Who is responsible for what? In what capacity? Who will decide that? Although in European Parliament have claimed for a legal personhood for AI-based medical systems. As a simple example for my students who are listening me, if you purchase a robot which is AI-based robot, so who will be the responsible for that? So this is the called legal personhood. Who is the legal personhood of this robot? So although scientists call this European Parliament have claimed this legal personhood, but they are called it unscientific. So again, I have already show you the uses of AI technology in healthcare sector. We are using diagnostic algorithm. We are using human data. We are using sensors which collects the data, just as thermal sensors for breast cancer imaging. So we are some authorities are using it or authorizing these machines or devices. So our further questions are whether the diagnostic algorithm developer is responsible or whether the human data provider is responsible for clinical decisions, or the producers of the sensors which was used for human data collection, or the medical legal authorities that authorize the usage of such software, or the user who agreed and act according to the medical devices. So in a simple term, it is a complicated questions I am asking. In a simple term, you can just remember three things. Who is responsible for any AI calamities or adverse effect? AI itself or machine itself, the developer of the AI technology, or the owner. So possible solutions, I am already trying to tell you that in our life we have challenges and we have to tackle these challenges always in a possible manner. So what are the possible solutions? We can form a new governance in AI systems is required, which ensures beneficence of the society and well-being. So we need a new governance. Already in India, digital health blueprint has been established, and we are working on that. And national digital mission are on the way. So they are also taking care of these AI technologies, ethical issues, responsibilities, roles, transparencies, this kind of thing. So we have to address the issues of accountability, responsibility, and transparency. We must maintain a continuous series of accountability of AI systems across different settings. So we cannot tell that no, the maker is responsible, but the user is responsible, or that we have to define specifically. We have to make compartments, and it is our collective responsibility, and we have to define that. At what responsibilities are for developers, what are the responsibilities are for end users, what are the responsibilities are for data collectors. So we have to share our responsibility, though it is a collective responsibility. Ethics, what is ethics? Ethical issues are also there. because you already in the movies you have already seen that AI robots are using causing harms. So ethics is a study of morals and values. So it is more than checking the ethical checklists. Rather, it is the development of smart system based on core human values and ethics. So 8 ethical questions in AI we can ask always. Bias mean is AI is fair? Liability, who is responsible for AI? Security, how do we protect access to AI from bad actors? Human interaction, will you stop talking to one another? Employment, is AI getting rid of jobs? These are the most dreadful things we are expecting. Wealth inequality, who benefits from AI? This is also important question. Next is power and control. Who decides how to deploy AI? And the AI machine itself, the robot rights. I think you are just listening this term first time. There is robot right. Human rights are there, but robot rights are also coming. So can AI suffer? Yes, suffer. Ethics. So AI systems are basically machines made by human to achieve certain objectives. That is why it is the utmost important to look into its societal, medical, legal, and ethical aspects during all stages of AI system deployment, development, and deployment. So, what we have to see, we have to see, or we have to supervise, or we have to take in our mind, kept in our mind that we have to maintain a ethics in design level. We have to maintain, or we have to maintain the ethics in application level, and we have to make ethics, or we have to act ethically for diverse stakeholders. So few guidelines, obviously, already in India, I have already described that new guidelines are coming out, and in other countries, the guidelines, few guidelines are there. One is ethical guidelines for trustworthy AI by European Commission. They have already made some guidelines. Next is AI framework acknowledged by FDA. Next, AI framework by Singapore. Ethical AI toolkit invented by Smart Dubai office. And another example is that AI guideline formulated by the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development. So these are the ethical guidelines are coming out so that misuse of AI technology may not happen. So to safeguard the human or common public. So the way forward, in my understanding, what I have worked or what I have learned from this, though I have learned very few things about AI. I don't know much about AI. I have whatever I have learned, and in my perception, we cannot ignore the technology as advancement. We have to accept this. It is the era of fourth industrial revolution. Next fifth, next sixth, it will come. So, what we have to do, we have to adapt, we have to innovate, we have to think about the ethical and responsibility issues. So, like all technologies, there are pros and cons. In AI also, AI in healthcare also, there are also be pros and cons. The benefits of AI will be different in different sector. I am again telling you, because in the first few slides, I have shown you that AI is already used in other sectors, and they are using very faster at a faster pace than health sector. Though there are reasons for that. So other sectors are using really fast AI technology in each and every aspect. In healthcare, it is just now beginning. For that, we must do operational research or SWOT analysis. So what is SWOT analysis? We have to SWOT is strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. As an example, I have given emphasis that in healthcare sector, now we are working on mainly diagnostic and prognostic area. And specific, if we go for the department wise, it gives maximum benefit to the, in my understanding, it gives maximum benefit to the diagnostic modalities, just like radio diagnosis, pathology or pathophysiology, to understand these kind of things. So other sectors, we have to do operational research, or other medical branches. In pharmaceutical also, they are doing very good because they have huge amount of money from pharma industry. So we have to do strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat analysis in healthcare also. And we must keep in the mind ethical and accountability issues in all stages and impose a series of responsibility. This is the most important thing. You cannot responsible for any fault of AI technology to a single person, to a manufacturer, to a data collector, or to a researcher, or to a doctor, to a pharmacist, to a nurse. We have to define and we have to impose a series of responsibility in each every phase. That is designing phase and implementing phase. So these are the way forward. And again, I am finishing with my favorite movies of Spider-Man. With great power comes with great responsibility. So my final or concluding remarks are there. AI will give us opportunities, hopes it will give. We must, number two, we must take correct decisions. It is very much important. And in administration, it is called DM, and DM. Health administration, it is a popular term, DM. This is called decision making. So decision making power should be balanced, should be equitable, and most importantly, it should be human. Human component should be there. Without human component, we cannot move an inch in our life. Thank you very much. And this is the references. Any questions to the forum?
Thank you for elaborating how artificial intelligence is useful in solving problematic healthcare changes, and at the same time, we learned about the limitations and ethical concerns to be considered in the AI applications. So now we will go with the question sessions.
Thank
There
you
are
very much.
some questions from audience. We will go with those questions.
Okay, no issue.
There is a question from Jeenat Banu, sir. Which clinical operations are best suited for AA today?
As per my knowledge, the operations, robotic operations or robot assisted surgeries are using AI based technology, and it has excellent skills in above human skills because it has dexterity. This human hand or human finger cannot rotate 180 degrees. So
Okay.
during suturing and nerve ending, any nerve ending we have to suture, we have to use high-tech technology. So as your question, what I understand that in clinical operations, we are using now Da Vinci. I am again telling the company's name, the Da Vinci Robotics. So thus we are using AI technology in surgery.
Okay. One more question from Soumya Sahu, sir. What are the concerns regarding AI data storage failure?
So nowadays, actually, backup is also there. Storage failure, basically.
Okay.
So in our technology, we are using second backup basically for data backup. And nowadays, actually rules are emerging. So we are day by day we are learning what to do and not to do. But for this reason, for I am working in geo innovation also as a medical consultant. So we have backup also.
Okay. Sir, one more question from Syed Shabazz. Sir, is there any adverse effects of AI devices in healthcare?
Very good question. So radiation have definitely impact. Though already we know that mobile phone has impact or radiation have impact, and it is seen in lower level animals just like mice and this kind of thing. The period to show any clinical problem is very long. So yet no data is available that according to literature, no data is available that mobile phone is doing brain tumor or something like that. But again, I am telling they are using also sensors, radiation sensors also theirs, but there is it outweighs the benefit than its limitations. Because when you diagnose a cancer patient in accurate stage, and you are doing life-saving procedure through the Vinci robotic surgery, it will outweigh, I think, in my perception, it will outweigh the dangers than its benefits.
Okay, sir. One more question, sir.
Please forward.
What are the basics required for a pharma graduate to enter into AI and machine learning field?
So
It is for
actually,
the
I am not
student, I
from.
think, sir.
Yeah. Actually, if you are interested in that, so there are basic courses are there for AI technology. Multiple universities are also conducting courses, and foreign universities also conducting courses. You can go for other Coursera or any courses or any organization. They are also giving training. But at first, I suggest you do your pharma graduate and do masters and learn theoretical things first, and AI it will automatically you can learn easily. Because I am a doctor, I see patients, I am a public health expert, so I also do research. So I don't know even ABC of core things. But ultimately when you do practice your things, your field pharmacology, when you practice you already know. Because I have mentioned in my slide also, say how in pharmacovigilance how it is used. So once you enter in the field, either you can have a training previously, it will better, or you will be trained. So the interest is the main thing, and knowledge is the main thing. If you have a willpower, you can get.
Okay, sir. One more question from Sahil Goyal. What are
Please.
disadvantages and threats from AI-enabled doctors?
Again, I am telling human touch, missing human touch. Sympathy, empathy cannot be expected at this moment that the machine learning will do the same sympathy just nurses do when she gives an injection to a baby, or he removes a plaster from a fracture. So human component is a main concern for me, to my knowledge.
Okay. Okay, sir. And one more question is from Principal Madam, sir. What is the procedure to get ethical approval as well as acknowledgement by FDA for this AI applied fields or techniques?
Please, ma'am, repeat the question.
What is the procedure to get ethical approval as well as
Actually, you have to actually you have
the
to actually you have to apply for a patent. I think he's telling about trial or patent. If you have to do in India, clinical trial registry you have to do, and for FDA you have to apply for. They have guidelines and they have performers also online. You can check that.
okay. Okay, sir.
Sri
Sir,
Parna
here is
question.
one more question, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. How can we avoid unemployment by using AI in healthcare system and which hospitals are using AI? It is from Sri Parna.
Okay, so AI is a broad term, Siparna. It is a very good question, and we are also concerning about that. One, my first fear is lack of human touch. Second fear is job loss or unemployment. Although scientists are telling that new job will emerge, but it is depends on the capability of the human person. Just an example I am giving. I used to see lot of Hindi movies and some Telugu movies also, Telugu superstar movies also. So so previously, when they took a shot from above, they used a helicopter and cameraman was standing on the helicopter and they're taking the shots. Now they are using drones. So the job of that person has gone. So either two options are there. Either he can discontinue his job and he can start selling fruit in the capital of Hyderabad, or he can sell biryani. Next option is there, he can learn how to repair the drone machine. So these kind of jobs are there. In future, the basic jobs will be except human skills, just like in medical field or pharma field, sympathy, empathy, it is not hijacked yet by the machines. but you have to मतलब आपको ताल मिलाना है आपको टाइम के साथ.
Okay, sir. Sir, this is my question is continuation of this, sir. Whether this AI is possible in dispensing also, drug dispensing also, can we use
Yes, yes, yes,
AI?
yes. Actually, when actually we don't have electronic health records, but in foreign countries they have electronic health records, and when doctors prescribe the medicine, it will automatically goes to the pharmacy computer. But during prescription and diagnosis, some software will be fitted in the computers, both computers. So, as an example, somebody make a mistake. A patient came for, as an example I am giving, a patient is come with a heart failure and admitted in your hospital, and doctor prescribed a medicine which is not for heart failure. This is different for cerebral stroke. But the doctor has already made a mistake. During entry, it will show a red alert. So AI-enabled device can differentiate which medication possible medications for possible diagnosis. So drug prescription and drug dispensing, even if the error is not checked at the higher level, when it comes to the pharmacist who will dispense the drug, again a error will be there. He can see the error, and he or she can ask to the higher authority, sir, whether you have prescribed these medications, either it is okay or not, because this drug is for heart failure and it is showing cerebral stroke. The AI machine or AI software is showing it is for cerebral stroke. So this way it can help, and it is occurring. We are using that.
Okay. So it can reduce the medication errors also.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And one more question, sir. How AI-enabled doctors are helpful in this pandemic like corona disease?
Actually, again, I am telling. Actually, we have very limited amount of money for treatment or disease control or pandemic. We are just a bolt from a blue. Okay, China is also attacking. Corona is also attacking. Everyone is attacking, and flood is going on in Bihar. So it needs investment, monetary investment. It needs, just like any technology, just like 5G technology, mobile technology. It needs investment. Corporate sectors are able to do these things. They can invest, but in government sector, few centers. Actually, I am from PGI, so I can tell about my PGI's current status. We are using, or you have procuring new robots, new chatbot for drug dispensing for corona patients. I have already shown the chatbot which minimizing the interaction with the patients and other health professionals by taking temperature, by asking questions and making the slips. So these are there. You have to invest.
Yes, any more questions? Sir, one more question, sir, from Raki Ahuza. Which hospitals are using AI-based tools?
So I have already described in Chennai, Fortis, they are using chatbots, and many hospitals in Delhi also, Apollo and other hospitals, they are using chatbots. In PGI also, you are using drug dispensing robots. So in Corona ward, nobody have to enter. But we are using a remote control vehicle. They will dispense. They will go to the particular patient and dispense the drug automatically. So we are using one is for Corona. I am giving an example of drug delivery robots, and is next is Da Vinci, the surgical system, robot assisted surgery. We are
Okay.
performing complicated surgeries, which is beyond the capability of human being.
Sir, can we use AI for drug administration?
Sometimes, yes, in some special scenarios, just like controlled infusion you have to do in diabetic patient or acute myocardial infarction, when rate of administration should be monitored, and if by non-humanly, by machine only. So again, this is actually technology. You are using a technology. You can embed this
Yes.
technology, AI technology, to that the existing infusion machines or these machines, so that the drug will be accurately infused. It can be monitored accurately serum level, and if you any mismatch occurs, actually basically it will act as a check mechanism for human error
Okay.
basically.
Okay. Okay, sir. So from your thing, I can conclude that artificial intelligence may not replace the human intelligence, but
Yeah,
the combined effort can enhance the healthcare
yeah, yeah,
system.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for such
Thank
a
you, ma'am.
wonderful session.
Thank you, thank you.
And once again, thank you very much for accepting our invitation in spite of your
It's
very
my
busy
pleasure.
schedule. On behalf of RBVRR Women's College of Pharmacy, I wish to express our sincerest appreciation for the time and effort you took to share your thoughts and experiences with us. I
Thank you
thank
very
the
much.
participants. Thank you, sir. I thank the participants for the patience listening and for thought-provoking queries. Stay safe, keep learning. And dear participants, stay back a while. You are having an announcement from Anushri. Over to Anushri.
The feedback link for today's session is being shared in the chat box in the YouTube. You can go through it. And tomorrow we are going to have a session, day 3, by the speaker Dr. Vallabhadat, on a topic called New Paradigms in Drug Discovery and Development, applying artificial intelligence to bioprinting and system therapeutics. So, hope we all again meet tomorrow in the morning at sharp 11. Thank you. Happy love
Ma'am, I have a
learning.
question, ma'am. I have a question, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
How can I get the YouTube link?
I will share it to you, sir.
Okay, okay, no issue. Thank you very much.